Hi, Margo DeGange here, and I'm touching base with you because this is day 3 of my 10-day juice fast. As I mentioned to you on one of the previous videos, I actually did a 4-day juice fast years ago, but when I did it then, I went to the grocery store and bought my juices like Welch's and different things like, brand name juices, and it's totally a different thing. It's not the same at all. Now I'm doing this 10-day juice fast, and I'm only eating, drinking things that I juice in my juicer. I got a new Cuisinart juicer, and I've been just throwing everything in there, from onions and celery to watermelon and carrots and peaches. So anything that can be juiced in the juicer, I'm drinking it. And I'm doing this for 10 days, not to lose weight, not to diet, because I don't believe in fad diets. I don't believe in crash diets. I think they're dangerous a lot of times, and they're just pointless, because you always go back to eating the way you normally do anyway, at least, or maybe you'll eat healthier, but you're still going to eat very differently than the crash diet. So I don't believe in crash diets. The reason I'm doing this, in a way, I'm doing it to lose weight, but not from the 10-day juice fast. I'm doing it to reboot my system, to cleanse, to detox, to prepare my body for going forward with a new and better lifestyle. And I just feel like it's just what I need. I need a boost of nutrients, a boost of solid macronutrients or micronutrients that you get from fruits and vegetables. So that's why I'm doing it. And like I said, years ago I did a 4-day juice fast, but I was using just store-bought juices, and this is so different. In the morning now, I get up and I throw like maybe some watermelon and some peaches, some oranges, maybe throw a couple carrots in there, maybe a little spinach. Usually I don't mix in the morning. I'm not mixing the vegetables, but I do put some carrots in there. And then I'll drink that in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I just put anything, and I don't even follow a recipe. And I just throw like, spinach, carrots, cabbage, cucumbers, kale. I've just got all these different vegetables, and I just throw in whatever. Sometimes I'll put an apple in to just sweeten it up just a bit. But there's nothing off limits except potatoes and bananas, because they don't do well in the juicer. I don't think bananas even juice. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not doing bananas here. But I feel, well, first I want to tell you how I felt the first day. The first day that I did it, I didn't drink anything till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because I had to go get my juicer. I had to get my ingredients, my groceries. So by 2 o'clock I was just dying. I was starving. So, and it was mainly, I think, because I wasn't drinking caffeine. I always have a latte every day, and I think it was more that. It was really being hungry and having this horrible headache. And then I drank some juice, and then in the evening I had some more juice. But by the time I went to bed, I ended up going to bed early, because by the time I went to bed, I was so sick. I felt sick, like physically sick. I felt nauseous, and I had a horrible headache. I just felt awful doing this juice fast the first day. So one thing I'll say is, if you're going to do a juice fast, first of all, do your research. Probably check with your doctor. That's probably a great idea. I wouldn't just do it without making sure it's safe for you. But if you're going to do it and commit to it, don't judge the whole thing by the first day or two, because you'll feel different. This is the 3rd day, and I feel different. So the 2nd day, again, just drinking. I did the fruit juice in the morning, the vegetable juice throughout the day, and then I did a little fruit juice in sometime midday. I don't even remember when, but I still felt I had the headache. I was taking ibuprofen. I did do that, because I'm not going to just deal with that headache. And then as the day progressed, I felt a little bit better, but I was really hungry, and I tried not to think about it. I tried to just keep my mind on the point of what I'm doing, is to cleanse. And I ended up going to bed pretty early. And then I got up this morning, and I really feel good. I have a lot of energy, no headache. I feel good today. I feel a lot different than I did the first day and the 2nd day. So I can see how it's starting to kick in. It's starting to work. And it's interesting how the first day or two you do it, when you go to the bathroom and, you know, pee, it's clear. It's because there's so much water in these fruits and vegetables, it's clear. And I'm not even drinking a lot of water. I have to work on that. I have to start drinking a lot of water. In the morning, I do have a hot cup of hot water with some lemon in it. And yesterday, I think sometime during the afternoon, I had a cup of hot water with some lemon and orange squeezed into it. So that's nice. It's kind of like having a tea midday or in the morning or in the evening. So I'm just going to head on with this thing, but I would just say don't judge it by the first day or two. And the reason that I'm doing this again is just to cleanse and to detox and to kickstart my body, really, to boost my body, because if I would have just gone from where I was to eating more healthy, I probably still would have felt sluggish, and my joints have been hurting, and I don't know, just like my skin is feeling like in places dry, and my eyes have been watering a lot. And I think if I just would have went from where I was to just trying to eat more healthy, it would have taken a long time for me to feel better. I think by kickstarting it with this 10-day juice detox, I'm just going to feel so much better as I go into a new and better lifestyle. And I'm just the kind of person, I don't think you should do things so strictly that you can't live with it. So, you know, I do like an occasional treat, and I still will. I like an occasional, good piece of bread, and I'll still do that. But my goal in going forward is to incorporate a lot more rich and whole grains, more than I've been eating, and, just much more healthy choices, and get rid of some of the unhealthy choices, because I don't eat horribly now. It's just that I've noticed my life goes through these cycles where I'll eat pretty clean, and then I'll eat, pretty good, and then I'll slowly let some of the junk come back in. And when I do that, when I let junk in, I see that I tend to let it in too much. Like if I have a brownie and some ice cream, I'll notice that like not even 5 days later or a week later, I'm having brownies and ice cream again. So I don't, that's just not the way that I want to live going forward. I have no problem eating brownies and ice cream, but when you're eating brownies and ice cream one day and a cheeseburger that's really greasy, the next day, and then 3 days later you're eating fried calamari, I mean, that adds up. Even though you think, well, I'm eating lots of baked fish and I'm eating lots of vegetables, you think you're doing really well, but you can always clean it up a little bit. And I'm just on the road to clean it up. I just really need to, because I've just turned 50. I'm not feeling as good as I used to, and I'm gaining weight. So I don't want to continue on that path. So I'm cleaning it up. Does that mean I'm never going to have a hot fudge sundae? Absolutely not. I probably will still have a hot fudge sundae once in a while, and I love margaritas, so I'm sure I'll have a margarita a couple times a month, as I do now. So anyway, I wanted to just check in and tell you how I was feeling on my fast, on my juice fast. I'm feeling a lot better today. I'll let you know how it goes. Who knows how I'll feel tonight? I might feel horrible tonight. I don't know, because I haven't been there yet. But I've got 7 more days to go. And then after the 10 days, I'm going to decide if I'm going to continue on the juice fast or just pop right into my new lifestyle. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to pop right into my new lifestyle. That's because I've been so hungry. So like I'm just craving a piece of fish. I've been craving a piece of fish for 2 days. So anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. In the meantime, whatever you can do to be more healthy, even if it's something very tiny, like eat more fruits, or eat a couple of more vegetables a day, or a couple of more vegetables a week, if that's where you have to start. It doesn't matter. You do it at your pace and as you're ready, but you've got to do something. And I'll tell you real quick before we say goodbye, I have known people who have wanted to quit smoking, say, for example, and they'll say, well, I'm going to quit, Friday, or I'm going to quit Monday, or I'm going to quit on the 1st. And the 1st comes, Monday comes, they don't quit. And I was thinking about that this morning. Why is that? Why do we know something's good for us, but we put it off or we don't do it? Why do we do that? And I think it's because most people do not want to be in a place where they feel uncomfortable. So like if you've been used to smoking cigarettes and you enjoy smoking, some people enjoy it. It's relaxing. It calms them down. It helps them deal with stress because you're blowing air out and breathing in, and that's a little bit part of it. By the way, you could do that without cigarettes, but a lot of people feel like it's a stress reducer, and they don't quit because the day they start to quit, they feel uncomfortable throughout the day, and they're not willing to put off that instant gratification of getting that cigarette back. They're not willing to go through discomfort. We do this in our lives. We do it in our businesses all the time. We're not willing to go through the discomfort of, let's say, taking some of our money and being without money and delegating with some of that money, and then having to give up some stuff in our personal life because maybe we're giving a little bit of our profits to hire somebody to delegate things to, and that's uncomfortable for us, so we never do it. We think, oh, I need this much salary in order to, you know, to be happy, so I'm not willing to give up any of that to get some help so that I can grow. So we're not willing in the short term to do something that's going to help us in the long term. It's just like quitting smoking. I'm not willing to give up that cigarette right now and relieve that stress right now for better health a week from now or a month from now. And there's, believe it or not, there's other ways that you can relieve stress. Or if you take some of the money that you've been earning and give that to somebody else because you want to start delegating and building a team, which will eventually make you much more wealthy, have much more profits, and you're giving some of your money up now, well, maybe you would get a pedicure with that money. Well, give yourself a pedicure, or ask your spouse to paint your toenails. I mean, there's other things that you can do. You can trade off, and it's just like, and I always like to kind of relate everything to business because I am, you know, a marketing guru, if you will. So, you know, I always relate everything back to business and marketing. And I think about this whole fast and how it has been uncomfortable that first day, that second day, and today's the third day. It's uncomfortable a little bit today too. But I'm looking to do something. I'm looking to clean house, I'm looking to get rid of junk. So I'm willing to be in a place of discomfort. In our businesses, every once in a while, we have to clean house. We have to simplify. We have to get rid of junk. We have to stop working on projects that are meaningless or that seem meaningful but are not in line with that tell-all umbrella, that the theme for our business. So, yeah, I think if we can just be willing to put up with discomfort, we'll grow. We'll be more healthy. Our bodies, our lives will be healthier. Our businesses will be healthier. But it's just being willing to put up with discomfort. So anyway, hopefully you'll gain a little bit of wisdom from this. I'm talking to myself too. In everything, if we're willing to just be uncomfortable for the short term, we can benefit and gain something in the long term. So with that, I wish you a great day, and I will touch base soon, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye. Have a great day.